Hello everyone, welcome to Olive Board. So this is a new series we are beginning. So very good afternoon to all of you guys first of all. So this is a new series we are beginning on YouTube. This will be absolutely free classes. So where we will learn, so we will have a few classes. So let me first give you the introduction. So we will, in this particular series, we will be having a few classes on each of the topics. Okay, on each of the topics. So today we have decided we will start from time and work. So that means every day at 2 o'clock we'll have a few classes. We'll have a half an hour to 45 minutes, a very short class where we'll discuss the concepts of this particular chapter. As we have started with time and work, so we'll discuss the concepts of time and work. Rakesh, good afternoon. Video is not visible. But I can see the video. Rakesh, can you please refresh this once? I think you are having some issue, technical issue, because I'm also for the chats section. I'm also viewing this now. Clear? Yeah, perfect. So like what I was talking about. So we will have a few short classes. Now these classes will be purely based on concepts. Very foundation level classes will start from basics, very basic stuff. And after the most of the concepts are done in 3, 4, 5 classes, depending on the chapter. If the chapter is big, we'll have more number of classes. If the chapter is on the smaller side, we'll have a few less number of classes. Then we'll have a practice session. We will conduct a practice session. So it will be a full-fledged practice session that will be done on the app. And that will also be completely free. Don't worry about this. That will also be completely free for access. Okay. So we will let you guys know about this particular practice session, and you will only be able to do the questions in this practice session if you have attended the classes, if you have looked and watched the classes, if you have understood what we have discussed in the classes, the concept. So the practice questions will be exactly CGL level or CHSL level and will be from the concepts that we do in these classes. Perfect. So that is how we are going to approach these a few classes. So today we are going to start from the first chapter of ours, that is time and work. Now time and work, let me talk about this a little bit. Time and work is a good chapter. It's a big chapter. It's not a chapter which can be completed in 1 or 2 classes. So time and work will take at least 3, 4 classes. That's the bare minimum. So depending on the how the class flow is going, so we may need to add more classes, or we may need to reduce the number of classes. So we'll start from the basics. So today, time and work, I'll do MDH concept. So we'll learn about a little bit about MDH concept. Let's see how much we can do. Now, let me say one thing before I go into MDH concept. So like many of you might have this question, sir, what is MDH concept, right? So let me give you this introduction. So time and work, if you take this chapter as a whole, time and work. So in SSC or railway exams, you get generally 3 types of questions from here. 3 types more. Meaning first is what we call LCM type questions. LCM type questions, you may know this as efficiency based questions as well. Efficiency based questions. Okay. So these are all very common type questions. Very common type. We'll do this. Second is this MDH concept. MDH type questions. So this is what we are going to do today. And another type of questions that we generally get is work and wages. That is based on the wages front. So work and wages, that is a third type of concept. So we will do each, so we'll learn each of these types. Okay, so MDH type alone should take you us about kind of 2 classes to complete. So we'll learn the concepts, the basic concepts of MDH type, why this happens, what happens, why this happens, and how to apply those concepts in the actual questions. Now, I told you guys this will be a very preliminary, very basic theory based classes, But that does not mean you won't be solving any problems, because if you want to understand any particular concept, so one thing that is 100% certain, that you need a couple of questions to kind of get the idea how to apply those concepts that you have just learned. So definitely we'll do a few questions along the way, but mostly the class will focus on basically the mostly on the concepts rather than the questions. Why? Because the practice questions will take a lot of questions, and we'll have a dedicated separate practice session. I hope this is clear to everyone. I hope this is absolutely clear, the things we are trying to achieve over here. So that way what will happen? No, so whenever you are going into the paid courses of me or any other faculty, you will have your basics sorted. You will have your basics sorted, so like you can understand the shortcuts better, you can understand the concepts in a much better fashion. So that is the objective, that is the agenda of these classes. Perfect. Chalo, let's understand the MDH. Now, what does this MDH stands for? MDH, it does not stand for any masala brand, first of all. Okay, just a quick pun aside. So MDH stands for month, day, and hours. So month, like some also say month, like some say man as well, man or men, day or hour based questions. Okay, please understand what this is. So this concept actually revolves around something called total work concept. So MDH type is also called total work based type questions. Total work. Now what do I mean by total work? What do I mean by total work? First understand this concept. So if I say there are 10 persons, working 8 hours a day, can complete like a particular job, let's say in 10 days, let's say job in 12 days. Now from this line we have to figure out, we're not doing any questions, we need to figure out what will be the total work here. What is the total work here? Now please understand one thing, what we consider here. If nothing is given, so 10%, I am assuming over here we only have one assumption. I am assuming that each person can do 1 unit of work in every hour. 1 unit of work every hour. This is our primary assumption. Now please understand over here, if this hour part was not there, so only 10 persons can complete a job in 12 days. That means what? We would have taken each person, our assumption would have been each person can do 1 unit of work every day. So we would not have considered the hour for it. But as the hour thing is already here, so if we want to consider or if we want to calculate our total work, what we need to do? So if one person can do 1 unit of work every day, so every hour, so 10%, 10 persons in 1 hour, they will do 10 units of work. 10 units of work. That is they are doing per hour. So hourly they are doing 10 units of work. Now, how many hours are they working every day? So they are working 8 hours every day. So we can say, so every day how much work they are doing? Because total work is not every hour, not every day, not in every second. So total work is the whole job together. So that means we need to figure out. So we first figured out how much work they are doing per hour. Now they are doing, that means this 10 units of work they are doing every 1 hour. Now every day they are working 8 hours. So that means every day they will complete how much work? So this thing into 8, because 8 hours they are working. So this is the total work they are doing every day, or I should write per day. I should write this much they are doing per day. Now again, We don't need per day. We need the total. Now, how many days they are working totally? How many days they are working? They are working 12 days in total. They are working 12 days in total. So now every day they are working this 10 into 8, that means 80 units. So that means in 12 days how much they will do? So you'll say, sir, that means you need to multiply. This is the work of one day. So that means in 12 days they will do this into 12. So that is our total work. That is our total work as a whole. So this is how we calculate total work. So if I just simply go like this, so this is nothing but your 10 into 8 into 12. Now please understand, if I write this down, so this 10 was what? This 10 was number of men or number of persons here. What was this 8? So you will say, sir, this 8 was number of hours that they are working every day. This is the number of hours they are working every day. Now, what is this 12 then? What is this 12? That is the number of days they are working. So that is the reason. So that means total work. That means total work is coming out as what? M times D times H. So that is the reason we actually call it MDH method as well. That is the day we are like, that is the reason we call it MDH method. So total work is what? Total work is M times D times H. So that is the concept of total work. Now you might say, sir, then how can I apply this total work concept in order to solve questions? So understanding MDH type questions, you will always get two types of things. Understand this. You will get two scenarios. Two scenarios always will be given to you. Okay, you will always get two scenarios. So your whole job in any type, like any questions of this type, you will only have one approach. What is that? You need to equate them. So TW1 should always be TW2. That means total work from scenario number 1. Total work. TW stands for the short of total work. So total work in scenario or situation 1 should always be equal to total work in situation number 2. Now why this happens? Because you will see that we are actually in both the scenarios, we are doing the same exact work. In both the scenarios, we are doing the same exact work. So our equation will always revolve around this total work concept. In MDH type, our equation will always revolve around this total work concept. Meaning I have to equate both the total works, and from there we'll get our equation, we'll get our solution. Everybody, this is clear. This is how we get to understand things here. This is how we approach any MDH type concept questions. MDH type question, this is how we approach. So always you need to equate both the total works. Now there is a efficiency thing. There is a you might have seen a formula like this, MDH by W. Okay, so how this comes, we'll understand that part as well. So don't worry about this. Don't worry about this. We will also understand this part, but like not right now. Let's understand. Rather than going into direct formulas, you see, I'm not a believer of remembering all the formulas altogether. Understand everything. Then if you feel the formula will give you the better option, definitely you are free to remember the formulas. But don't just blindly remember formulas, because what will happen, you can do that for 10 chapters, 12 chapters, 15 chapters. Whenever the number of chapters go beyond 20, 25, now you that khichdi will happen. Okay, so like you remember, you learn one chapter, you forget the chapter you learned first. So that situation starts happening. So because the memory is finite, that is complete, that is kind of a constant number. So try to learn as much as possible without remembering all the formulas, because there are certain things if you need the speed, you need to remember. There are certain shortcuts, for that you need to remember things. So that is given. So for that, so where you can like kind of solve the questions quickly without actually remembering all the formulas, you try to do that. Those we call conceptual shortcuts. So conceptual shortcuts are also very important in your preparation. Perfect. Now let's do one particular question so that we understand the things. So understand, I have taken a CGL 2019. So I have taken a, like, first question itself is from a CGL paper. See, I have taken a CGL paper question only. Now you see, 8 persons can finish a job in 20 days. Perfect. After 5 days, they were requested to complete the work in next 8 days. Okay. How many persons should join the group to fulfill the requirement? That is the question. Very simple question. Very simple question. You see, CGL does not mean they will always ask you difficult questions. CGL most of the time asks you very simple questions if you know how to approach the questions. Okay, now you understand this. Now you understand. So 8 persons were there. They needed to complete the work in 20 days. Now please understand, in this type of questions, this 20 will not be very much useful. Why? Because after 5 days, once I'm reading this part, that means out of these 20 days, 5 days are gone. So read it like this. Read the question like this. That means once we are changing the scenario, at that point of time, 8 persons are having to work 15 days to complete the work. Everybody, is this line clear? Why? Because they needed 20 days, but already 5 days has gone past. So 5 days they have already worked. 5 days out of these 20 days, 5 days they have already worked. So what is the remaining work? Remaining work is only of 15 days. So they have already worked for 5 days. So whatever is remaining, if the situation does not change, they will need to complete that work in 15 days. So they will be able to complete it in 15 days. That is the situation here, right? So this 20 is not required anymore. So now the situation, 8 persons, they need 15 days to complete. But now you understand what is happening. The situation is changing now. I told you, in these type of questions, you will always get 2 scenarios. So this is my scenario number 1. This is my scenario number 1. Scenario 1. This is my scenario number 1, where 8 persons can complete that particular job in 15 days. Now the scenario will change. What is the scenario number 2? What is the second scenario? What is the second scenario? You will say, sir, scenario 2 is saying they were requested to complete the work in next 8 days, meaning this 15 days worth of work. Now they are saying, brothers, can you complete the work in 8 days? Can you complete the remaining work in 8 days? We don't have 15 days due to some reason. We don't have those 15 days. Can you complete in 8 days? Now please tell me one thing. If they want to complete the work in 8 days, that means if they need to complete the work in less amount of time, they will need more amount of men or less amount of men. It's a very basic question. Again, let me repeat the question. If they want to complete the work in less amount of time, they will need more number of men or less number of men. So definitely they will need more number of men, because definitely they are having less number of time. So in order to complete the total work, because the work is not like lesson, so the work is constant, so they need more number of men. Now how many more men, I don't know, and in fact that is they're asking how many more persons they need. So I'm taking, let's say they will need X more persons, they will need X persons more, meaning now these 8 persons who were there, they will be there. They will hire X more people. So, and they are asking us the value of this X only. They are asking us the value of this X only. Now you see, if this is clear, you see, we have our situation 1, we have our situation 2. From here, we can figure out our TW1 and from here we can figure out our TW2. And I told you guys, in this situation always the equation will revolve around what? TW1 equal to TW2. The equation will revolve around total work, meaning TW1 should always be equal to your TW2. Now what will be the total work one? So number of men into number of days. Number of men, because I already told you, in this method there is only one assumption. In this particular method there is only one assumption. What was the assumption? Each person is doing 1 unit of work. If there is hour, then for hourly they are doing 1 unit of work. If there is no mention of hour, then like daily they are doing 1 unit of work, right? So that means I can simply say these many persons, M into number of days is 15, that is your total work, is equal to, what is TW2? Number of men is 8 plus X times how many? This is 8. So you'll say, sir, then you just need to 8 cancels. So 8 plus X is 15, X is 7. So that means they needed what? They needed to, how many persons they need to join? Like they need to join 7 more people they need to kind of hire in order to fulfill this particular requirement. Absolutely clear this. You see, again, I'm going in absolute basics. Why? Because this class is directed towards those who are just starting their preparation. This class is for them only. So if you are someone who has already done a little bit of preparation, you might feel, sir, this is very basic. Yes, I completely agree with you guys. This is very basic. But if you are someone who is just starting out, you need to learn from absolute basics, because that way only you will get the complete like understanding of the topic, the comprehensive thing you need to clear the exam. I hope I'm making myself clear. I hope I'm making myself absolutely clear. If it is clear, please write down yes in the chat once. If it is clear, please write down yes in the chat once. Clear, perfect. Chalo, moving on. To another question of this one. Okay, but I won't be giving you the solution for this question. This question we will solve in the practice session that I just told. Practice session that we will conduct after these particular sessions. We will have this particular question to solve this in that session. Okay. Now, this is a question that we are going to solve like today. Last question of the day. Last question of the day we'll solve. Now, please understand this. If 10 men, understand, again, we'll use that concept. Is scenario 1 and scenario 2. Always the situation will be like this. Again, just you need to go by the story. Scenario 1 will give you your TW1, total work number 1. Scenario 2 will give you your total work 2. So what will be your job? Your job will be to equate them. That is the most you need to do. That's the most you need to do. Perfect. Now, let's understand this. 10 men can complete a piece of work in 12 days, okay, by working 7 hours a day, okay, 7 hours a day. Now, that means, what is your scenario 1? 10 men, they are working 12 days and they are working 7 hours a day. That is your scenario 1. I told you total work, how will you get? So every man works 1 unit. Now there is hours mentioned, so I'm taking efficiency as 1 unit every hour. So every man is working 1 unit in 1 hour. So 10 men will do 1 hour, 10 units, 10 into 1 units, that is 10 units. Now this is in 1 hour, but I need total work. So what is 1 day? How much in 1 day? So 1 hour they are doing 10 units. So they are doing 7 hours of work a day. So 10 units, that is in 1 hour. So 7 hours means into 7. That is it. That is 10 into 7. That is in 1 day. Please understand this. This 10, it is hourly. It is hourly efficiency. This 10 into 7, this is your daily efficiency. Now I don't need hourly or daily. I need total. I need the entire thing. So I need to multiply what? I need to multiply the number of days also in order to, like they are taking in order to complete the whole work. So they are taking 12 days working like this only. So total work is, daily is this much. So total work is this into number of days. This is your total work 1. This is your total work number 1. Perfect? Perfect. Rakesh, one small tip, brother. I've seen you have given 840. Do not multiply, brother. Never multiply. Never multiply, no matter how good you are in calculation. Why? Because you understand, if we're equating this to something, then we need to divide. Understand? Very simple thing. So that means, why multiply if we know we need to divide at some point of time? That means we are again multiplying then dividing. Better it's not like we won't be multiplying, we won't be dividing, we'll let it be. Let it be like this. Last, in order to find our answer, what calculations we must do, we'll do. So never multiply, never multiply. Yes, if we, because we know there is, we will make an equation. So definitely there will be some cancellations. Cancellation means what? Cancellation means division only, right? So no need to multiply. Now, come to situation like scenario number 2, the second scenario. What they are saying, 14 men, 6 hours a day. I don't know the number of days. So number of days, for the time being, I'm taking T number of days. They will take T number of days. That is the question. That is they're asking the value of T. So let's understand. So daily they will do how much? So hourly they are doing, 14 men will do 14 units of work. 14 man will do 14 units of work into every day they are working 6 hours. So daily efficiency will be into 6, because every hour they are doing 14 units. Every day they are doing into 6. So that is your daily efficiency here. This is your daily efficiency into number of days, because I need total work. So number of days I know T. So that is your total work. That is your total work. Extremely sorry, there is an ambulance outside my house, I guess. Okay. So that means this is also total work. This is also total work for the same like work. So definitely those two are equal. Cancel them and you'll get your answer. 7 2s are this, 6 2s are this, 2 cancels. So T is coming out as 10. T is coming out as 10. Meaning, how many days they will take? How many days? The answer is option C, that is 10 days. The answer is option C, that is 10 days. So they will take 10 days to solve this particular. They will take 10 days to solve, like to complete this particular work. Everybody, absolutely clear. This is the basic of MDH cases. Now, before I go, let me explain. Like just we'll take 5 minutes to understand one particular concept about time and work. As we have 5 minutes left, let's understand a little bit about time and work. Let us understand a basic concept of time and work. Basic concept. A very basic concept of time and work. Okay? Please understand a very, very basic concept. I'm asking you guys a simple question. There is a packet of Good Day. There is a packet of Good Day biscuits, right? We all love it. That is the according to me, it should be declared the national biscuit of India. Okay. So there is one person who can eat 2 biscuits a minute, and there is another person. This person is A, and this person is B, who can eat 3 biscuits a minute. Okay. Now, if I give each of them at 10 rupee, so one packet of Good Day biscuits. So A को भी one packet and B will also receive one packet. The similar, the identical packets I'm giving to both of them. Now you tell me who will complete or who will finish his packet first, like first. Who will finish his or her packet first? Anybody. Who will do this? So you will say, sir, definitely B will be the faster to complete. B will complete the finish his packet faster. Now why is that? Why is that happening? Because B is eating more biscuits per minute. Now please understand, from here only this basic concept of time and work comes. What is that? So whoever having the higher efficiency number, meaning whoever eating more biscuits per minute, whoever is eating more biscuits per minute will consume less amount of time if both of them are doing the same work, if work is constant. Meaning if I employ 2% to complete the same work, whoever is having the higher efficiency, whoever can do the more work in less amount of time. Efficiency means what? Whoever can do more amount of work in less amount of time, that person will take less time. You see, efficiency by definition only, I am saying efficiency means more amount of work in less amount of time. Meaning quantity will be more, we will do more work, but will take less time. So that is the basic concept of time and work. If efficiency goes higher, the time goes lower. If efficiency goes higher, the time actually goes lower. You see why I'm explaining this? We use this concept over here only. If I needed to complete 15 days worth of work in 8 days, meaning less time, so I will need to do what? I will need to increase my efficiency. I will need to employ, how to increase efficiency? I need to employ more men. That is the concept behind, that is the concept we have used. That is the very, very basic concept of time and work. The whole thing, the work and wage, the LCM concept, everything depends on this. This is the very, very basic concept of time and work. I hope everybody understood this. Okay. So that was our very basic and first class of time and work. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. So we'll continue. We'll kind of build from here. This was the just a trailer, you can say, but just the first class we have understood. So this is just the beginning of the series, and I'm planning to continue this series till at least 3-4 months. Okay, so we'll continue to have classes every day, most of the days, and we'll have the practice sessions after we complete each and every chapter on the app itself. So I hope to see more of your friends join us in the classes, that we will also have a very interactive discussion in the classes. So thank you so much everybody for watching. I'll see you guys in the next class tomorrow. Till then, please take care. Bye bye. I'm signing off. Thank you so much.